Welcome back to my channel, guys. Hope everybody's having a great day. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you my predictions for the New York Jets this season and how I feel in the overall feel of the team. I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to start off with the depth chart. We're going to start off with the quarterback, Sam Darnold. Obviously, a very good quarterback. He's going to be your future. You have Adam Gase, the head coach. You have Greg Williams as your defensive coordinator. You have Trevor Siemian as the backup quarterback. I do like that because he does have experience as a starting NFL quarterback. Now that he's a backup, transition to a backup now. Trevor Siemian, to me, as a backup, he can be there for the long haul because he's young with Sam Darnold and give him pointers to be able to teach him and give him, from a younger perspective, a little bit on how it is to be starting on the team, especially because Trevor Siemian was on a Super Bowl winning team and Peyton Manning retired and then he came in and had to fill in. Now, Le'Veon Bell, he's fresh. He's not, he should not be, he's not worn out because he's fresh. He didn't play a full year. Le'Veon Bell, you guys have a good running back. It's a great running back situation. Ty Montgomery's in the New York Jets also. And also, what the good thing about him, Ty Montgomery being on the team is that he was wide receiver in Green Bay. So now, if they need a flex receiver or something like that, somebody gets hurt, he can actually fill in and come in and fill in the slot for the New York Jets. I like that. He's a kick and punt return guy. So to me, having Ty Montgomery is also a good thing. Bill Powell was always the backup running back in New York for all these years, but to me, I think it was time for a new fresh start for the New York Jets. Robbie Anderson can go deep. He's a very, very good deep receiver. I like him a lot. And I like the fact that, certain teams have number one receivers and certain teams don't. But I feel like as an overall offense, I feel like it will still work without a true number one because now a lot of guys can shine more. A lot of guys, if it's not a true number one guy may not get doubled. Different things like that in certain offenses. So for me, the New York Jets, even though people may think they need better receivers, I think as the year goes along, you'll start to see that it's going to work out for the best, in my opinion. Robbie Anderson, Quincy Newmar, Jameson Crowder, he's a good slot guy, very, very fast. Quincy Newmar got the contract. He was hurt the year before. He came back, had a decent year this year, and now he's there. So you have a pretty good fast receiving core and a deep receiving core also. Now, if you look at your tight end spot, Trayvon Wesco from West Virginia. I like the fact that you guys drafted a tight end, but I'm still looking at your tight end spot, and I really don't like what I'm seeing. I think if he should be the starter, I think he should be the starter. Just give him the chance, let him be the starter, and see what he can do. You drafted him in the third round for a reason. Let's see what he can do. Other than that, I really don't like the tight ends. And for the New York Jets, it's always been a problem with tight ends since, I think, Dustin Keller, since you guys had him. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins too, but I'm talking about a really good tight end for years to have instead of just letting one walk out the door. Look at the offensive line. You have Kelvin Beachum, who's a decent left tackle. I'm not really too sold on Kelvin Beachum. I mean, he didn't really do well what was he in Jacksonville? I think he was in Pittsburgh before that. I'm not sure. I'm not really sold on the left tackle spot. I think you have to get even younger. I'm gonna try to pronounce his name right. Kelsey Samley, a good left guard. You got him from the Raiders. And to me, I think he's a very, very good left guard for you guys. A veteran who knows how to block. Because at one time, the Oakland Raiders was the best offensive line in the league at one point. That great year when they went 12-4. So he's good. Jonathan Harrison, we're gonna have to see. Brian Winters is very good for the New York Jets. And Brian Shell at right tackle. I'm not really too sold on the offensive line yet. I think you guys really, 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 really need to focus on the offensive line. If not this year, obviously free agency has passed, but next year's draft, you got to get some offensive linemen in the building. And also, you guys did draft Chuma Ego. I don't know how to say his guy's name, sorry. From USC, you got drafted off at the tackle, so hopefully he could come in. He was drafted in the third round as well. And the correction, Trayvon Wesco was drafted in the fourth round. And you also drafted defensive end in the third round, Jaquel Paul-Light from Florida. So for me, like I said, tight end situation could be fixed a little better. Offensive line really, really needs to be updated after this season. Now, I'm not going to lie. When I first did, a lot of defensive coordinators, who come from different teams usually like to have their defense here. And this is kind of weird to me if you guys did not know this, if you're watching this video. Adam Gase ran a 4-3 defense in Miami. And I liked it. As you guys know, if you guys did not know, you're new to the channel, I love the 4-3 defense. I hate 3-4. I don't like it. It's a lot of, I think Rex Ryan's brother, Rob Ryan, said that it's easier to coach. I think the 4-3 defense is easier just to even look at. 3-4 defense, just a lot of, I don't know, just a lot. But for me, I love the 4-3 defense. Adam Gase had it. And then in Cleveland, Greg Williams had the 4-3 defense down there. And for me, to see them keep the 3-4 defense was kind of weird. I just seen it actually when I was getting information to do this video. I'm looking at the 3-4. I'm like, well, these guys are still doing 3-4. And then Adam Gase, I looked it up online and said Adam Gase, they're going to keep it there because of the players that they have. And I said, once I saw that, with Jamal Adams being in the 3-4 and everybody else being in the 3-4 defense, and I think Quentin Williams being at Alabama, I think they run a 3-4 defense there. To me, I'm like, okay, I can get used to that. And plus, C.J. Mosley was in the 3-4 defense, and Avery Williamson was in the 3-4 defense. So a lot of these guys who left their teams to come here were in a 3-4 defense. So I really like the fact that, okay, we're not going to change it up and confuse everybody. We're still in the 3-4, couple plays change here and there, but for the most part, you stay in 3-4. You have Henry Anderson, who you re-signed. I like the fact that you guys have him. Quentin Williams, probably one of the best players out of the draft. Leonard Williams at right defensive end. I like that right there. Jordan Jenkins at left outside linebacker. That's good enough for me. I think you guys get a little better. C.J. Mosley, Avery Williamson, and Brandon Copeland. I don't know why you guys traded Deron Lee. I don't know. I didn't like that. I think he led the team in tackles, if I'm not sure. I liked him a lot. He was good in the 3-4 defense last year with Todd Bowles, so I just don't understand why you guys would trade him. But hey, Adam Gase wants what Adam Gase wants for the defense, but I think he was still good enough player to be there. Jamal Adams, love Jamal Adams. Top-notch safety. He's going to be one of the best safeties in the league, if not already one of the best. But in 2 years from now, I think he's going to be the very, very best strong safety. Basically in AFC, basically in NFL. Marcus May, he's underrated. I love Marcus May. He's a very, very good player. Tremaine Johnson at corner. Darrell Roberts. You also have Brian Pohl from Atlanta, who I really like. He's going to be probably your nickel corner. And you also drafted a cornerback, Blake Cashman from Minnesota in the 5th round. So hopefully he'll get to play if he makes the team. Depends on how good the draft picks are. And plus you got the guy Jackie Polite. Correct me if I'm saying the name wrong. I'm sorry, I apologize. Defensive end from Florida, drafted in the 3rd round, so he can also make an impact on this defense too. If you're not sure about Jordan Jenkins, you might throw him in there at linebacker. So it's different things that the New York Jets can do. And just one more thing about the team, the kicking. You guys had a kicker who made the Pro Bowl, and then he left and signed with Seattle, which I did not like that at all. I think you had a kicker or a punter. I'm not sure which one. Who was a Pro Bowler, and he went to Seattle, which I'm thinking, what the hell? Why would they just let a great kicker go who went to the Pro Bowl? But, hey, I mean, it is what it is. You have Chela Constanzo. I think it was a punter. I think it was your punter or kicker. Whichever one. One of them went to the Pro Bowl, and I don't like the fact that the Jets didn't re-sign. So, I thought that was just very, very weird. And also for this year, I think that your schedule, I'm looking at the schedule right now, I think you guys can go from a good 4-12 to a good 7-9, maybe a good 8-8. The schedule that you guys have is very, very tough. It looks very, very tough, but we're going to have to see. Like I said, I can't guess now because certain things are going to happen later on in the future, but this is just my expectations. I wouldn't be mad if the Jets went 7-9, 8-8, because you went from 5-11 to 4-12, so now for me, improving by 5 games is still a lot, so especially when you're still in your rebuild. Just because you have a franchise quarterback doesn't mean that you're still not in the rebuild. So for me, the New York Jets are still in the rebuild. You guys, to me, this is the 3rd year of the rebuild. Next year should be a little better. Should be good, 9-7, 10-6. Then after that, somewhere around there, 9-7. Next year after that, 10-6, and then you just keep going up and up from there, depending on scheduling and different things that happen. But for me, the New York Jets are getting better. They have you, like I said, you have your franchise quarterback and Sam Darnold, and the team is getting better. I told you guys, hey, in 5 years, the Jets are going to be good. They're going to have what they need. You can go back and check in that video. I said that 5-year rebuild. You're in year 3. This is year 3 of when I said this video. This 3rd season coming up in the rebuild. I think you guys are going to improve this year greatly, at least by a good 5 games this year. So I'm excited about the New York Jets to see how the season's going to go. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel. Put a thumbs up on the video. Put on post notifications. I'll be back with more videos. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, guys, I'm out. Peace.